Good morning. It's not even noon here at Andersen Acres, and we're just going to do our quick checks before lunch just to make sure everyone's doing all right. And while we do that, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how weird chickens can be. Some of the odd things they do that might surprise you. And right now they're pecking a water hose. They peck everything. They're just strange. Just, roll with it. So we're going to check on everyone, walk around, take a look, make sure everyone's doing all right. Well, I talked to you a little bit about chickens. The first thing you should know about their behavior is they stress about everything. Let's see if we can see Loki here. I think she's in her house, maybe. Yeah, she's a good rabbit. Everyone's good in here. I can see Slate. You can't see him because the camera can't bend that way, and you probably can't see her in there, but she is in there. So rabbits are all accounted for. Yes, I can see the big guy and the little guy. Yep, they're fine. Spot's out with her babies. So chickens stress about literally everything. It doesn't matter. They walk around looking for things to stress about. If you move their feeder, they're going to be freaked out about it for 3 days. If you add a new flock member, they're going to freak out for a week. They just freak out about everything. They're not good at dealing with stress. Stress can outright kill them. If you're lucky, the stress will only make them get a little bit nutty. I'm not really sure where these three are going, so we're just going to go kind of check it out. So handling your chickens too roughly will cause a lot of stress, so always be gentle, because a stressed chicken is a chicken that can get very sick very quickly. So when you must handle them, be careful about it. There's geese overhead. You may hear them squawking. They're kind of annoying. So you don't want to change their routine or add too many flock members too quickly. You don't want to overcrowd them. Obviously ours are not overcrowded. They're all out here in the grass. Those three are over there. There's a couple still over here playing with the water hose. Oh, now there's 3 playing with the water hose. Excellent. That's what we should all be doing, playing with water hoses. So a sudden switch in temperature will cause them to stress. That's one of the reasons we do not heat our coops, because in the event of a power failure, they'll suddenly go from warm to cold. So it's better for them to gradually get used to temperature changes, Princess Orange is in the bunny paradise, than to suddenly experience a shift where they're not prepared. Cat. So if you notice your chickens are breathing really hard, they may be stressed. If you notice any kind of diarrhea, which is really hard to spot in chickens, the horse would like to go for a walk, we will, as soon as Tristan gets home. So diarrhea is hard to spot in chickens just because they have a really wide range of what their poops can look like. So harder to spot diarrhea. Look for the heavy breathing, and obviously if somebody passes away unexpectedly, you actually might want to look into stress as the cause. We have quite a few hanging out under the tree here. Because it's really easy for a stressed out chicken to just up and die. The other thing you want to know about chicken behavior is they do establish a pecking order. All right? There's a reason we use that term. It's all about chickens. Pecking order is a thing. Go this way, see who else we can see. A couple of chickens over here. So chickens are the kings and queens of pecking orders simply because that's where the term comes from. Go this way. I don't think there's anyone in the neighbor's yard, so hey. Some chickens are in charge. Other chickens submit. That's Lily taking a nap in the dirt. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. Shadowfax thinking he should come outside and go for a walk. You never know, you might go for a walk when Tristan gets home. Messing up the pecking order in your flock is going to stress everyone out. So when you add a new rooster, your dominant rooster is going to have to figure out where he fits in the pecking order. That's going to stress your entire flock. Same with adding hens when the hens aren't sure where they fit. So I'm not saying don't add anyone, just expect things to be a little hairy for a few days. That's Phoebe. And if you're wondering how I can tell the brown chickens apart, it's their combs. They have slightly different pattern on their combs. I've got 3 brown chickens. I have Caramel, Phoebe, and Piper. That's Phoebe. Caramel's over in the trees. Hey, we'll go. Hey, little chickens. Spot's over here with her babies, so that's where we're going to go. Because they're fun to watch. So you're going to want to give everyone time to adjust to changes. If you are raising them from chicks, by the time they're about 7 or 8 weeks old, they do establish their own pecking order. Let it happen. Just let them figure out who is in charge. It's important for them. If you operate a closed flock, which means you don't introduce any new birds at all, then your pecking order doesn't change. All right, unless your rooster gets old, your hens get old. As they get older, the pecking order, obviously a younger, stronger rooster will be in charge. That's totally fine. But for the most part, your pecking order will stay pretty consistent. Chicken. That was one of my roosters. He likes to tell everyone there are geese ahead. And there are quite a few geese out here. They're migrating this time of year. Go over here, see a few more chickens. So one thing you want to keep in mind when it comes to pecking order, lower ranked chickens will be pushed away from the feeders and waterers. This can be a problem. So have more feeders and waterers than you think you need, because you are going to need extras. You don't want someone like this girl, who's really quite low on the pecking order, to not get enough food. If they're free ranging, not as much of an issue. In the winter, it will be an issue. So just be aware of that. Keep an eye on that and make sure everyone is happy about it. Just looking for a chicken. Oh, there he is. I swear I saw him, and there he is. That's Sam. That's our dominant rooster. He might be a little bit smaller than some of the other roosters, but he's in charge. Sam is in charge of everyone, including Phoebe there. So know who your dominant rooster is and just kind of let things happen. So you'll notice Sam is much smaller than Lorenzo here. Sam is still in charge. Sam is our head rooster. So under normal conditions, chickens are actually really clean creatures. I know everyone thinks they're dirty. They're actually really not. We have you'll see there's a lot of dirt in our pen. That's just because there's no grass. It's not because they poop so much, or they do, but they're really, really clean. All you have to do is clean their pens. So they keep their feathers in good condition with constant preening. Damien, I swear to God, I'm going to trip on you. So when you see your chickens preening, using their beak to move oils around their body, you really want to make sure you let them do that. That's really, really important. You'll also note that they roll around in the dirt a lot. Yeah, sometimes it makes them look a wreck, but they're actually doing that on purpose. They roll around in the dirt and in the sand or whatever else you have because they clean themselves that way. They roll in the dirt, they make themselves look good, they get the muck off, and it also helps prevent, yes, thank you, Tigger, also helps prevent lice and mites. So you want to make sure they can dust bathe somehow. Ours, obviously, we have sand pits over in that way. We have dirt everywhere. They can dust bathe however they like. Sand, dirt, doesn't matter. Now, chickens like to relax. It's not that sunny right now, so I don't think I'll catch anyone sunbathing. We can check these guys in the bush. Sometimes they're sunbathing. That's Phoenix there. He's not sunbathing. But if you see a chicken in the sun just suddenly stop and lay down like he's dying, he's probably sunbathing. It's normal for them. It's nothing to be alarmed about. Your flock is not all passing away from the heat. Hi, sweetie. Sunbathing is perfectly, perfectly normal. So your chickens will keep themselves clean for the most part. You should limit how often you bathe a chicken with water. If you're wondering what that is on that side of the other side of that girl, she actually has red paint on her from when we were painting a barn. So don't bathe a chicken unless you really have to. If they're really, really, really dirty, or if they've been sick, you might need to do that. Black chicken hiding back there behind Sam. If you do, make it quick. Warm water, a gentle soap, approved for use in poultry. Ask your vet if you're not sure what to use. And once they're clean, blow dry them. You do not want them to stay wet very long. It can make them quite ill. So bathe them quick, get them dry, and let them go back to their flock before everyone forgets who they are. That does happen. If you remove a chicken from a flock for too long, they will forget, and they'll have to reestablish pecking order. So with that in mind, I think that's about it for this morning. And we will be back either this afternoon or tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.